So, welcome in, everyone. We're going to do an all 12 signs reading from Aries all the way to Pisces. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys follow. We're going to take a look and see what will happen if you guys don't respond or reach out, yeah, to the person that you're in no contact with. Welcome to the live stream. I'm live streaming simultaneously on YouTube and also on TikTok at the same time. So welcome in everyone. We're doing all 12 signs from Aries all the way to Pisces. Hope you guys are having a good day, having a good night wherever you guys are. Like I said, I'm simultaneously live streaming on two platforms, YouTube and also on TikTok. Make sure you guys drop a like and say hello. I will go back live later on TikTok. So if you guys are interested, I'm doing like mini readings on there later. So right now I'm not taking any readings. So I'm just doing all 12 signs, okay? So I thought I'd come on here and just kind of like do my readings like this today instead of doing them individually and just posting them on YouTube. Hope you guys are having a good Friday so far. And for those of you guys that had your Fridays already, hope your Friday went well. I'm just gonna burn some sage here, you guys, okay? Hold on a second here. So for the YouTube folks, all the timestamps will be posted in the comment section below after the live stream is done. So we're gonna start at like 8 minutes, like I usually do. So I thought I'd do another live because I don't do these lives a lot, you guys, and I thought I would just do them both at the same time from TikTok and YouTube. All right, let's see. So, do you guys want me to do a collective reading at the end too? If you guys want me to do a collective, let me know, and I'll add the collective in there. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sag, Cap, Aquarius, Pisces. Good morning, you guys. Welcome in. If you guys could all drop a like and say hello, that'd be great. So I thought I would come on here live and just live stream my readings today. And like I said, I am live streaming simultaneously on TikTok and YouTube. Drop a like, say hello. If you guys are not following, make sure you guys follow me. So collective, yes, okay. So collective will come all the way at the end, okay? So Aries all the way to Pisces. We're gonna start at 8 minutes, okay? So we're just gonna wait for more people to tune in. So Aries will start at 8 minutes. And like I said, for those of you guys that are not on TikTok, later today, this afternoon, I will go live on TikTok. I will do mini readings on there, okay? So make sure you guys follow the rules. Once you get on there, it will be posted in the comments or in the chat. All right. So all 12 signs reading, if you stay silent with the person that you're in no contact with, what will happen? Yeah. So you guys, if you guys are on the live streams, make sure you guys drop a like. Make sure you guys say hello. Make sure you guys follow. I hope the alerts are going out, you guys, because I know it's kind of like very fickle with YouTube. Hi, Lily. So you guys, I'm gonna look back and forth. I have YouTube over here. I have TikTok over here. Okay. So all 12 signs today. We're going to do all 12 signs reading. Make sure you guys like, make sure you guys follow, make sure you guys say hello. Donations are welcome, you guys, okay? Donations are welcome. So I'm going to start with messages, like oracle messages, and then we'll get into the tarot. So you guys, those of you guys that are joining right now, we're going to take a look and see if you stay silent, what will happen regarding the person that you're in no contact. Yeah? Let's see. And for those of you guys that are not following me on TikTok, follow me on there too. I'm pretty active on there, you guys. Yeah. And for those TikTok folks that are not following me on YouTube, I'm very active on YouTube. All right. So, um, hey Sylvia, hi Nina, welcome Nina. So is it almost 8 minutes? So 2 more minutes, you guys. We're gonna wait 2 more minutes for more people to tune in. We're gonna start with Aries. Oh gosh, I can't pick it up. Leah, I will be taking questions later this afternoon. If you're looking to get a question answered, make sure you follow the rules. It's based on donations and stuff like that. Okay, so make sure you follow the rules for that. If you're looking for questions to be answered, all right. So those are mini readings. They're not like the personal readings that I do on Zoom and pre-recorded. They're short 411 messages. Okay. Um. So we put 8 minutes here for Aries. Okie dokie. TikTok folks, if you guys could all drop a like and say hello, that'd be much appreciated. Also for the YouTube folks. So YouTube, you guys, I'm getting close to 200,000 subscribers. So that's a huge milestone. You guys, thank you so much for supporting me. I really appreciate it. It's I started this channel like in 2020. Yeah. Lord, thank you so much for the heart me. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. So you guys, if you guys don't know, I am simultaneously live streaming. I have YouTube over here, and then I have TikTok over here. Hi, Divine Disruption. And for those of you guys, later I am coming back on TikTok to do another live where I'm answering questions, okay? Based on donations, all right? So let's do Aries now. Tell about Aries. The person that Aries is in no contact with. What will happen if Aries stays silent? What will happen if Aries stays silent? Tell me about Aries and the person that they are in no contact with. What will happen if Aries stayed silent? We have attachment. Whoever this person is, this person's really attached to you. Okay. This person may have a codependent thing. This person may have a wounded inner child. All right. Because I feel like maybe this person, maybe this person, dealt with a lot of like parental abuse or something like that. This person is unconsciously seeking out a partner that is a parent that they never had, if that makes sense. Okay, so the inner child, they're watching you right now. The interesting thing is, like, right now, like, if you don't reach out to this person and if you stay silent, I feel like this person's just gonna watch. I don't feel like this person will take any sort of action here. Yeah, I feel like closeness makes this person run away. Passion, and then we have runner. Okay. And then we have past life. So this is something that you may have done in the past life. This is the past life connection here. I just feel like there's a lot of waiting here. I really don't feel like this person's going to take any sort of action here towards you. Whoever you're dealing with, whoever you're in no contact with, this person's dealing with a lot of pain at this time. We have toxia. The dynamic between you and this Aries, between you and this person is very toxic here. I just feel like this connection has been, or the connection that you've been with this person here is very basically unbalanced. Yeah, it's very, very unbalanced. Let's see. Okay, we have telepathy in the reverse. This is telling me that the person that you're dealing with here is very closed off, very disconnected for themselves, Aries. Okay, give me two more. We have divorce and then manifesting. There could be distance between you and your person, long distance here. You may have to travel, get on the plane to get to this person here. Um, but to be quite honest here, even though this person may be watching you, curious about you, there's still passion. I do feel like there's still love here. This person comes in with weird energy. They're kind of like sitting in the place that, oh, we separated, it was meant to be, but then they're kind of like manifesting you back. Yeah, whoever this person doesn't really make sense. Take what resonates because I feel like this person's kind of like a little bit. I would say that this person's not a little bit. I feel like this person's a lot lost. Okay, what else? Tell about the tarot here. If Aries stays silent, what will happen? If Aries stays silent, what will happen? If Aries stays silent, what will happen? What will happen if Aries stays silent? The Queen of Swords. You've had enough of this individual. Yeah, you're kind of like over it. You're kind of like over this dynamic. You feel like, with the Seven of Pentacles, you feel like you're wasting your time with this person here. But this could also be an indication that this person could be looking back at all their mistakes here. Yeah, they could be looking back at all their mistakes. Oh gosh. With the King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I feel like what's going to happen is that some time is going to pass. Some time will pass where I feel like in the distant or in the near future here, there could be some sort of conversation that happens between you and your person here. The problem is I feel like you're going to be met with resistance here. I feel like you're going to be met with ego. I feel like you're going to be met with victimhood here. And like I said, with the Lovers card here, there is a lot of love between you and your person here. So whatever happened here regarding the separation, I don't see anybody here really truly taking accountability and responsibility for their action for their role here in the separation. I do feel like this person has a tendency to play a lot of mind games. I do feel like this person has a tendency to gaslight, to I almost said delete, to deflect. Okay, so with the Five of Swords, Five of Cups, and the Lovers, what else do we have for Aries? What will happen if Aries stays silent? Nine of Swords. I feel like this is really interesting because the Nine of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is your energy. You may be feeling like, you know what? Since this person has been out of my life, since I made a decision to move away from this situation, like you have been more at peace. You have been less stressed with this person around, Aries. Cancer energy with the Chariot, with the Sun, Leo energy. And the Eight of Wands. I have a timeline on when this person's going to communicate. Okay. If this person's not communicating, if you stay silent, there's a possibility by the summertime, June, July, August, this is when this person will come back with some sort of communication to want to rekindle this relationship here. Okay. So with the Sun card, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Four of Wands here. I feel like with the Hierophant, they want to do the right thing. I feel like, if you kind of like leave this as is, this person may kind of wake up and go through this huge spiritual transformation. Sometimes, in certain situations, we can't continue to stay in the space where, our presence continue to enable their bad behavior, right? So sometimes the absence can make someone uh, make the necessary changes that they need in order to improve themselves, better themselves, so that they could show up in the relationship in a better way, right? So that does it for Aries here. So if you guys are tuning in, I am live streaming on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So if you guys could all drop a like, say hello, follow, that'll be great. I'm going from Aries all the way to Pisces, checking on your person that you're in no contact with to see what will happen if you guys stay silent, okay? So tell me about Taurus here. Alright, Taurus, what will happen if Taurus stays silent from the person that they are in no contact with? What will happen? What will happen? Okay. So we have telepathy, we have inner child, same energy coming up. With yeah, Aries got these cards too. Okay, we have silence. So, I do feel like when it comes to this Taurus here, you and this Taurus, you and the Taurus, you and this person, there is some sort of telepathy here that you're feeling towards each other. Okay, I do feel like the silence will continue. I do feel like this person's definitely trying to get your attention in the way. You know, they're probably thinking that they're missing you. They're feel you may be feeling very strongly towards this individual just physically in your body here, in your physiology. But I'm seeing that the silence will continue. I see this person missing you a lot because we have missing you. So we have telepathy, inner child, ooh, silence, missing you, and then letting go. This person may try and let you go. Yeah, this person may try and let you go. I feel like they're trying to let you go because their ego is getting in the way here. They want to be with you, but their ego is resisting you and pushing you away. It has something to do with their wounded inner child, you guys. Okay? Oh, hold on. Let me switch the banner here. Switch it to Taurus. Oops. I deleted Taurus. What the hell? All right, I just have to grow with it. I do have Gemini here. But yeah, this is really interesting here because I feel like if you give this space, it says within a year. Okay? Within a year, there could be marriage, okay? Marriage and forgiveness between you and your person. The problem is, I feel like you're dealing with someone here who's operating from a distorted masculine energy here, distorted masculine place, right? Um, just so you know, even if there's love, right? Sometimes love is not enough. Sometimes love takes action, change, and growth, right? So I do see that if you do get back together with this person, if you do move towards marriage with this person here, I do see that the cycles will continue. Whatever cycles that led to your separation, I feel like the issues here are not really being addressed. Yeah, they're not really being addressed. And just so you know, with all the issues that you guys have to resolve those issues and get to a stable place that at least lasts like a year and a half and 2 years before you even consider marriage. Yeah, because marriage will only magnify and enhance those issues that you guys are not resolving. So we do have divine masculine here. I do feel like this is like kind of like a toxic, a distorted masculine energy. And I feel like eventually you're going to have some choices to make regarding this Taurus, regarding the person that you're dealing with here, Taurus, that you're in no contact with. I see you guys getting back together. Tell me about if Taurus stays silent, what will happen? If Taurus stays silent, what will happen? If Taurus stays silent, what will happen? Thank you so much for the heart, Milala. Thank you so much. We have the Two of Wands. So Taurus, if you stay silent, if there has been options here, this person may ignore and drop the options. Okay? So this person could be coming back around choosing you. This may happen within a year, but also like this could happen even sooner, depending on circumstances, depending on choice of free will and stuff like that. We have the Knight of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Be careful here, you guys. This person does operate from the place of the ego here. Okay, this person has a really hard time softening their ego. So if you guys do give this a chance, you will run into the same problems with this individual as you did before. And marriage won't change that. Six of Pentacles. There's a lack of equal give and take here. It's all talk. There's a lack of equal give and take here. There's a lack of balance here. I feel like the person that could be dealing with here, almost said Leo, could be dealing with a Leo, Taurus, is that this person is very lazy. This person is very, very, very lazy. Tell me more about Taurus. Temperance. We have the King of Pentacles. We also have the Star card. Well, Taurus, typically that King of Pentacles is your energy here. Give me three more. Judgments. Knight of Cups. Oh gosh. And the Four of Cups. You know what? This person may suggest marriage here, but you may be in such a peaceful place in your life where if this person does come in with some sort of offer here, you may reject this individual. Yeah, you may reject this individual. Taurus, some of you guys could be just seeing things very, very, very clearly here. And some of you guys may go for this, give this a shot, marry this person, and learn the lessons that you need to learn. And then for some of you guys may just kind of like, no, I'm just gonna go off on my merry way here and just keep my peace, that sort of thing. All right. So that does it for Taurus. Moving on to Gemini. Gemini. Geez, Jess. We're going in order, okay? So Gemini is next. Let's do Gemini here. All right. So Gemini timestamp is 22. Let's do 2218. Okay, so tell me about Gemini. Hey, Miss Doreen. If you guys could all drop a like, say hello, follow, that'll be great. So what messages do we have here for Gemini, the person that they are in no contact with? What will happen if Gemini stays silent? What will happen? What will happen if Gemini stays silent? All right. So it says very soon. We have rejection. Why? Why? Okay. So I feel like either Gemini, this person could be rejecting you, or that you could be rejecting them, right? But we're asking about them. Uh, let's say, for example, if someone here eventually does very soon reach out, like someone who's going to be rejected, basically. Yeah, I do feel like someone here is thinking about messaging somebody right now. Yeah, very soon rejection and message. I have an itch in my nose. Sorry, hold on one sec. Oh my. I have an itch in my nose. Sorry. I'm sorry, you guys. Okay. Message. Mm, unawakened. You're dealing with someone who's unawakened, Gemini. Yeah, you're dealing with someone here who's operating from a low vibrational place. Okay? This person may have toxic traits. This person may have toxic behaviors. With unawakened here, I feel like this person doesn't really see themselves as the problem here. Maybe this person is just kind of like thinking or feeling like, hey, even though they're operating from this place, this person may think that they're okay. There's nothing wrong with them. They're not doing anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong to hurt others or even hurt themselves or something like that. I feel like with unawakened here and this person like smoking a cigarette, I do feel like this is an individual here that has a tendency to self-destruct here. Okay, so let's see, Gemini. We have manifesting in the reverse. This person has a lot of blockages in their energy field. And I feel like whatever this person tries to bring something into their life, I feel like this person's unable to do that. So this is telling me that this person has a hard time holding and sustaining healthy relationships, okay? Unawakened, this person could be operating from the place of the ego here. So we have manifesting in the reverse. This person's just really blocked. Yeah, this person's really blocked. We have free will. The free will card came out in the challenge position. So this is telling me that this person has a hard time making like good decisions here, you know? Um so so basically what I'm getting at here, I think that the more that you stay silent, I feel what's going to happen here is that I feel like this person's going to spiral here. I think that they do think of messaging you, but I feel like deep down inside that, Gemini, you may know this person, you may be intuitively, or that they may be intuitively feeling that you're just, you're over them, that sort of thing. Okay. So let's see. Tell me about Gemini here. I am sorry. I mean, obviously, there's definitely separation here. I am sorry. We have separation. We have pain, wrong timing. I feel like what's happening here is I feel like this person basically is being shown a mirror here right in front of them. And I feel like this is a person here that is unable to meet you where you are at right now because you guys are at in completely two different frequencies. Like one person's up here and the other person's down here, sort of thing. Um, and then we have silence. So I do feel like the silence will continue. Okay. I do feel like this person misses the intimacy here with you. Okay. They miss the connection. They miss the love. They miss the like just the commitment here. I just feel like this person ran away. I think it's that I feel like they ran away because I feel like this person can't handle the pressure and the responsibility and the accountability of a relationship, not just romantic relationships, but also friendships too. Yeah, this person just wants to keep it light, airy, easy breezy, that sort of thing here, but that's not realistic. That's not really grounded and rooted in truth, right? Okay, let's see. Tell me more about Gemini. Tell me more about Gemini here. What will happen if Gemini stays silent with the person that they are in no contact with? What will happen? What will happen? Okay. Tell that Gemini here. Tell that Gemini. So Gemini, we have the Judgment card in the reverse. To be quite honest here, Judgment card in the reverse. I mean, judgment is a representation of change, right? Making a decision to change where things will never be the same again. Basically, this is a card of kind of like a change of elevation here, right? Rising up, leveling up here. Someone here is basically does not have the capacity to change. Remember saying someone here thinks that they don't have to change, they don't have to improve themselves, they are not the problem, everyone else is the problem, that sort of thing. So, this person may have a tendency to run around point fingers at other people when, they should be looking at themselves, taking accountability, right? So if this person has people in and around them that, is trying to help them, right? Trying to help them see the error of their ways, this person's just not seeing it. Yeah. This person's just not seeing it. We have the magician here. Yeah, they're pretending to be someone that they're not either with the magician here. We have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I feel like with the Queen of Cups here, I really feel like someone here gave it their all, but I feel like with the Hangman here, someone here had to let it go. They're like, okay, this is a situation that's bigger than myself. This is a situation that's bigger than me. I have to give it to God's hands, the universe's hands, and this person's hands to do something, basically. Ace of Cups in the reverse, to be quite honest here, Gemini, I feel like the love that you have for this person has changed. Some guys may not love this person the same way that you used to. You may love this person in the way that you want them to have good things in their life, right? But I do feel like whoever this person is, I feel like this person's going through a lot. They may be running around putting a front, everything is amazing, everything is great. Deep down inside, this person's in a lot of pain. Yeah, this person's in a lot of pain here. What else do we have for Gemini? Six of Pentacles in the reverse. Wow. There's a lack of balance between you and your person here. One person could have been doing more of the work than the other here. And I feel like when called out on it, this person got really defensive instead of being open and receptive to criticism here. So this person has a lot of issues with guilt and shame and looking bad. Yeah, it's all about image for this person. It's all about image for this individual. This person could be very vain. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. This person's going to realize that they really messed up and messed out on an opportunity here. Because with the Five of Swords here, their ego got in the way. I really feel like this person's trying to find some sort of peace in their life. I feel like this person's not settled in their life because with the Four of Cups here, I feel like this person's sitting in like kind of like really sad energy here. Kind of like mopey energy. Yeah. Very mopey, but pretending like everything is fabulous, everything is amazing, and these issues or that feelings that they're feeling here, they're not really addressing it. Yeah, they're not really addressing the root issue here. So, that saying when feeling is healing, right? So if this person's not feeling, they're not healing, right? So this person has a lot of basically unprocessed issues. Okay. So moving on to Cancer. Hi, Pri. Bree, I'm gonna go on TikTok live later. I'll text you, okay? Okay, so Cancer. Guys, make sure you guys drop a like, make sure you guys follow, okay? For those of you guys that are tuning in, we are taking a look at the person that you're in no contact with. What will happen if silence continues, okay? Tell me about Cancer. What will happen if silence continued for Cancer? I'm sorry. An apology? Past life? We have jealousy, we have letting go, we have forgiveness, and then we have spiritual awakening. You know what I'm getting here, Cancer? Between you and your person here, I feel like the silence is going to continue, Cancer. Okay. I do feel like someone here from the past maybe coming with an apology here. Okay. I do feel like you guys have been through this cycle in multiple lifetimes. Okay. What we have is that I feel like Cancer, you have forgiven this person, you're letting go, you're moving on, you're going through a huge spiritual awakening at this time here. So for you, Cancer, there's no going back for you. As you are rising up, as you're leveling up at this time, this person's getting really jealous. Okay? This person's getting really jealous because I feel like they want you to stay in their low vibrational frequency. Yeah. So we have I am sorry, past life, jealousy, letting go, forgiveness, and spiritual awakening. Okay. Let's see what else we have. If you guys could all drop a like, say hello, that'd be great, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Tell me more about Cancer. Yeah, we did Gemini already, Marie. We did Gemini already. We have Discovery. We have Dark. Somebody is going through a dark night of the soul here. You may be going through the dark night of the soul, and that you at this time or find yourself in discovering yourself at this time here, Cancer. Because I don't really see the other person doing it. I feel like this is your energy. Yeah, you're trying to detach from this situation. Okay. You're trying to detach because the detach card came out in the reverse. We discovery, we have dark night of the soul, and we have attachment in the reverse. Tell me more about Cancer here. We have soul contracts. We have very soon. Very soon came out in the reverse. And then we have inner child. You guys could be working on healing your inner child at this time. That is part of your soul contract. But with very soon in the reverse here, some of you guys are scared to address it. This is part of your dark night of the soul work here that you have to work on your Cancer. Okay. So we have soul contract, we have very soon in the reverse, and also inner child. Okay. And then we have endings here on the bottom of the deck. Beautiful. It does seem like you guys are going through a spiritual awakening, a spiritual transformation at this time here. What else do we have for Cancer? What will happen if Cancer stay silent? What will happen if Cancer stay silent? What will happen if Cancer stay silent? I'm not doing questions, Sana, so I'm gonna probably come back on later. But if you're looking for like a personal reading, check out the link tree in my bio. Tell me about Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, we have the Two of Swords, we have the King of Swords in the reverse, and also the Eight of Wands. Cancer, I feel like with the King of Swords, this person is very mean. This person's really controlling. This person says like mean things. I mean, the King of Swords in the reverse is kind of like an energy of someone who's like an a-hole. So, as you're letting go, I do feel like this person may be getting confused and pissed off that you're not chasing them, that you don't want them anymore. Okay? You got the Hermit and the Emperor, Aries energy, and also Virgo energy. One more. And the Eight of Swords. Yeah, this person's kind of like stuck in their head right now. They're worried. They're worried that they are losing you. They are worried that they are losing you. Yeah, they're confused. This person may come back very sweet, very kind, very kind of gentle, very kind of like lovey-dovey, kind of like Disney fairy tale story. But with the Two of Wands here, I feel like this person doesn't really know what they want or what they're looking for. Let's see. The World. Two of Wands again. Five of Pentacles and the Page of Swords. Okay, so what's going to happen is that I do feel like you're going to leave this person out in the cold here. They will test the waters here. They will reach out to you here and there. They will watch your Instagram stories or Facebook stories and stuff like that to try and test the waters here to see if you will react, to see if you will respond, to see how you will respond. We have the Devil card, and also we have the Six of Wands. I do feel like this person's definitely coming in with a lot of ego, or that this person has a lot of ego here. Okay, it's almost like I feel like you feel like this person may not be listening, or that this person just doesn't really, you know, this person just doesn't really have the capacity or good, or just good listening skills here. Cancer. Okay. Wow, that was a mouthful. Okay, so let's move on to Leo. Leo. All right, Leo. Guys, drop a like, say hello, follow. I may come back on here later, but on TikTok, I may do mini readings. If you guys are looking for an in-depth personal reading, I do offer those. Check out the link to my bio and also the link in the description box below. So Leo's. Okay, Leo. Leo is at 38. Let's do 3830. Okay, Leo. So I'll let Leo here. If Leo stayed silent, what will happen? If Leo stayed silent, what will happen? If Leo stayed silent, what will happen? All right, let's see. Leo. 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 Okay, Leo. We have endings by, and then we have within a few weeks. Mixed messages. Whoever you're dealing with here, this person's giving you mixed signals here. It's kind of like this person's like bye, and then this person comes back. This person rejects you, and then they come back. They reject you, and then they come back. It's kind of like a back and forth here. Uh, you maybe feel like you're getting like emotional whiplash with this person. Just kind of confusing. Yeah. Like, even when they are with you, like you feel like this person doesn't have your full attention within the next few months. You know what? I feel like you're looking for more, but I feel like this person keeps procrastinating and delaying, like, the answer that they're giving you. Are we committed? Are we in a relationship? Are we moving towards higher levels of commitment? And this person's like, I don't know. Yes, we are. I think so. But, it's kind of like this person's kind of very kind of wishy-washy. Yeah. We have fifth dimension here. The fifth dimension came out in the reverse. I don't feel like the connection that you guys have is even that deep. Yeah, I don't feel like the connection that you guys have is even that deep here. Or that, this is how this person's operating. It's just not that deep. Yeah. So we have divine masculine here. We have false twin flame. We have unawakened. We have cycles. We have pain. We have misunderstandings. I do feel like you may be dealing with a karmic here where I feel like you just have a big lesson to learn. It seems like you're settling for less than what you deserve here, Leo. Yeah. So I do feel like you're dealing with the divine masculine here, or masculine here that's operating from a distorted masculine place. And this is a cycle that keeps happening over and over and over again. It causes you pain. It causes you hurt. I feel like what happens is that once this person does come back, they're kind of like, oh, this is all a misunderstanding, right? Here's the thing with misunderstandings, you guys. Misunderstandings basically happens once. You nip it in the butt. You resolve the issue, and the behavior changed, and then you're done with it, right? But it just keeps happening over and over and over again. When something keeps happening over and over and over again, it's not a misunderstanding. It's a pattern, you guys. So believe the patterns. Believe the patterns that you see and you're experiencing with that individual over and over again because it's very real. Okay. So we have false, twin flame, unawakened, cycle, pain, misunderstanding, journey. There's a lot of intensity between you and your person here, but I feel like the connection that you guys have is not really that deep, like I said. Oh, thank you so much for the heart me. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, let's see. Tell me more about Leo. What will happen if Leo stays silent? What will happen if Leo stays silent with the person that they are in no contact with? We have the Fool. We have the Hierophant, Taurus energy, the World. This is really interesting. We're going from the World, the Hierophant. We're going from the Fool, the Hierophant to the World here. So I'm feeling like this is your energy. You're going on that journey to gain all the knowledge and wisdom that you need to learn in order for you to step into a new version of yourself here, basically. Yeah. I mean, some of you guys could be going as far as like going to therapy, or something like that, so that you could break this pattern. Maybe you have a tendency to attract these types of individuals and you don't want to attract them anymore. And you want to do the deep inner work to not attract this, right? So a lot of you guys are trying to get to the root of the issue of why this keeps happening. Why do I keep attracting these types of individuals here, right? So let's see. Six of Wands. And then we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. Whoa. Six of Wands here. I think this is your person here. This person's this masculine that you're dealing with here is just very, 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 very lazy. Keep in mind, the King of Pentacles in the upright is someone who's very hardworking, who does things to build a future for themselves here. This person has nothing really going on for them in their life. Okay, so we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. And then we have the Tower here. This person's going through a major, major tower moment. So the more that you stay away from this individual here, there's a possibility that maybe this person may learn their lessons here. Highly unlikely here. Yeah, because you have that King of Pentacles in the reverse. Like I said, that King of Pentacles in the reverse is a very, very, very lazy energy, right? So let's see what else we have. With the Nine of Pentacles, this is you. You're freeing yourself from the situation. Two of Swords are cutting the situation off and that you're focusing on your own happiness at this time here. Some of you guys could be working in your shadow side, doing your shadow work here, okay? And this person is also being faced with their shadows here. Is this person going to do anything about it? I don't think so. I don't think so, especially with that King of Pentacles in the reverse. Sun card, Leo energy, the Moon, Cancer, Pisces. We have the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, and also you have something new coming in for you here, Leo. Yeah, could be a water sign here. This person may be more emotionally mature. This person has emotional intelligence. This person could be also spiritually intelligent. And if I were to give it a time frame on when you're gonna meet this person, I would say June, July, August, that time frame. Okay. It seems like you guys are in a process of cutting someone off here and letting someone go. Yeah, detaching here with the Four Swords. Okay. So that's it for Leo. Moving on to Virgo. Let me just catch up on my messages here really quickly. I forgot to change the banner earlier. Yeah, I accidentally, like an idiot, I deleted Taurus. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did it. Oh, the Taurus timestamp is 1618. Let me just put it in here. 1618. All right, voila. Okay. So I hope that was helpful, Leo. You guys, we're gonna do Virgo now. Make sure you guys make sure you guys follow. I would really appreciate that. Yeah, TikTok folks, like, share, comment, follow. TikTok folks also, not TikTok folks, YouTube. I have YouTube over here and I have TikTok over here. Okay. And for those of you guys that are tuning, I will go live again on TikTok. I'm going to do mini readings. So I will have the rules up. Make sure you guys follow the rules. Just keep in mind that these are quick 411 messages. They're not in-depth personal readings like I do on Zoom. And the that I offer, off my website. Okay, so let's do Virgo here. Virgo is 4705. So let me change this. Okay, Virgo. Let's talk about Virgo. What's happening with Virgo? Let's talk about Virgo. What will happen if Virgo stays silent? What will happen if Virgo stays silent? If you guys are interested in in-depth personal readings, I do offer them, okay? Okay, so Virgo. What will happen if Virgo stays silent? We have distance. We have waiting in the reverse. Within a year in the reverse. We have love at first sight. We have fated connection and higher self. You know what I'm getting here, Virgo? The person that you're dealing with here, I don't feel like the person that you're in no contact with and separated from. I don't feel like you want this person back. Yeah, I feel like you don't want this person back. I feel like you're not waiting around for this person anymore. You're not waiting around for this person to be emotionally available. You're not waiting for this person to change. You're not waiting for this person to heal. You're kind of going off to do your own thing here. Okay. I do see that at love at first sight, faded connection here, and higher self. Some of you guys could be meeting someone new that's on a higher frequency that matches your level here, if that makes sense. Okay. So I feel like all signs are pointing to leaving this current situation behind for a better situation here. So we have distance, waiting in the reverse, within a year in the reverse, love at first sight, faded connection, and also higher self. Let's see. What else do we have for Virgo? Very soon. Soul contract, fifth dimension. I really feel like you guys are definitely raising your vibration here in in your consciousness. I feel like you guys are going through a spiritual awakening at this time here. You guys could be also updating your own soul contract and your soul contract surrounding love at this time. Okay. I feel like this new soul contract that you may be working on right now, it could be activating very soon. Yeah. Yeah, this is all happening, or all this work is happening in the 5D. Okay? It's all happening in the 5D here. What else? What else do we have for Virgo? We have karmic relationship in the reverse. Yeah, the last relationship that you could have dealt with here, or the most recent relationship that you could have dealt with here, Virgo, is a karmic relationship. And then obsession here. Some guys are detaching from this person. Once upon a time, I do feel like you were really obsessed with this person. I feel like you were really attached with this person here. I feel like that's done. Yeah. Something within you has changed surrounding the person that you are in no contact with. Yeah. Some guys are feeling like, you know what? I'm just better alone right now. And some of you guys are just feeling really, really, really good about it. Yeah. Some of you guys are feeling really good about it. Okay, let's see. Tell me more about Virgo. Tell me more about Virgo here. More about Virgo. More about Virgo. Okay. More about Virgo. Oh gosh. What the tower that came out in the reverse. Okay. So this is a situation where the way that I see the tower card is basically it's something that you can't rebuild again. Yeah. This is something that you don't want anymore. You're just letting the tower fall so that you could step into like a new chapter in your life here with the Fool card. You're taking a leap, you're taking a risk here, and you're just basically moving towards something new and moving towards something that's more aligned with your frequency here. So I feel like you're trying to elevate your frequency here, and I do feel like at some point there will be someone that's coming into your life that's more aligned with your frequency. Now, do I see an actual person here? No, I feel like maybe this situation, this new situation that's coming through here is more so that, this person's going to be in your orbit. Okay. So we have the Knight of Pentacles here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. That's your energy right there. We have the Page of Pentacles here. I just feel like you're kind of like in this energy of just going through the process here in your own way, in your own time here, taking your time here and not rushing. Okay. If anything here, Virgo, a lot of you guys are focusing on your work and your money here too, and yourselves. A lot of you guys are focusing on your money. A lot of you guys focusing on yourselves at this time here. Like a Two of Pentacles. And then we have the Nine of Swords. Okay. Guys are dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety at your work right now. There's some sort of major changes and major shifts that are happening here. Yeah. I do feel like, when it comes to your career, this could be a very pivotal point in your life where you could be making a decision whether to continue to stay where you're at or take new opportunities or go elsewhere. So I do see a new opportunity coming towards you where this could be a new job, a raise, or a promotion here. Let's see. We have Justice with the Nine of Cups in the reverse. Okay. I feel like you guys are dealing with bouts of sadness right now. I feel like you guys have your bad days and your good days here. But I feel like with the Justice card, you guys could be learning some big lessons here. Yeah. And like I said, we have a soul contract. You may be updating your soul contract at this time here. Um, we have the Chariot, Cancer energy. What else do we have here for Virgo? The Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, the Eight of Swords here. This could also be indication there's someone here that's thinking about you, that's not happy without you, and that they could be thinking about reaching out to you with some sort of communication here, Virgo. But I feel like with the Judgment card here, I do feel like you're making some big changes, Virgo, where things will never be the same again. Okay, so this is kind of like a really beautiful energy where you guys are definitely elevating yourself and rising yourself at this time here. okay? So that you could bring in that love that you really truly want. So I feel like whatever you have been through here recently, I do feel like the situation has really, 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 truly taught you a lot, basically, Virgo. Okay, so Virgo, that does it for Virgo. Let me just take a little break, you guys, and then we'll get into the rest of the signs, which is Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. No, not Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and then the collective. Okay, and later I will go live on TikTok. I will do short mini readings for specific donations. Okay, so hold on one sec. Let me just go through my messages. You're welcome, Christine. You're welcome, Stepping Stones, Climber, Hi, Amina. You're welcome, Miss Leanne. Make sure you guys follow. Make sure you guys like. Make sure you guys say hello and everything. Break time. We're taking a little break. Just 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 minutes. And like I said, I am going to go on TikTok live later, and I'm gonna do short mini readings. So if you guys want to know the rules, I could send the rules or something like that, or that you guys could be surprised when I am on later. Keychains. Hi, keychains. Uh, Lisa. Aries is already done. Aries is already done. For the TikTok folks, if you guys could drop a like just to get the algorithm going, that'd be great. Yeah, YouTube folks, I am going live later on TikTok. Okay, so if you guys are here, I may go live sometime in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time, around maybe 2 or 3. So I'm gonna meditate and have lunch, and then I'll go live and do live readings. Okay, short mini live readings, you guys. TK forever. Scorpio is after Libra, so we're just taking a little break right now, and then we'll get into the signs again. Okay. For the YouTube folks, if you guys could all drop a like, all say hello, get the algorithm going on this chat, on this live stream, that'll be great. Also for the TikTok folks too. Thank you for the like, Shay. Thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. For those of you guys, I have a question. In your honest opinion, like people that come on here do live readings and stuff like that, right? Do you guys like music in the background? Because I noticed that there are readers that have music in the background. I find that to be really distracting. That's just me. Yeah. Maybe because I'm just a quiet person. I just like quiet. I'm like soft music. Yeah. I kind of don't understand people playing like heavy metal music in the background. That's kind of, I don't know. I don't know. It's not my thing. I don't know if it's the music that draws the people in too. Yeah. But to be quite honest, when I do readings, I don't like any sort of sounds in the background. Yeah. I do find it distracting. But hey, people that could do it with music, that's great. That's amazing. That's amazing. Unless it's low volume white noise. Yeah, like frequency music or something like that. I feel like that would be great. I've heard people play like top 40 stuff, and like it just kind of like it doesn't really fit into the setting here. You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, Lala, I think you're right. The music can be distracting when you're trying to focus on the message. I agree. Yeah, I agree. So I don't know, because sometimes I come on live and I don't have anyone on my lives, but if I check out the other lives and people are playing music, there's like a ton of people in there. So I don't know if that's like a thing that, yeah. Iceman, if you're Icemania, if you're looking for a reading, check out the link to my bio and book a personal reading with me on there. Later, I will come back on live to do mini readings. Okay. So just keep in mind that the readings that I do on TikTok is way different than the ones that I do when I do on Zoom. Because those are more in depth. Yeah. You follow me on YouTube. Happy that you found me on here. Oh, that's great. Raving recipes. Thanks for the follow, you guys. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the like. I really appreciate it. Donations are welcome, obviously. Um, okay. So let's start with Libra. Oh, thank you so much, Life on the Edge 3948. Thanks. I really like that. Okay. So let's do Libra. Libra is at 10040. Okay, so Libra. Talking about Libra here, the person that Libra is in no contact with. What will happen if Libra stays silent? What will happen? What will happen if Libra stays silent? Talk about Libra. Have an itch in my nose. Okay. We have divine feminine. Okay. We have twin flame. I hate that. I don't really like that term. People romanticize about it, and people. Here's the thing about the twin flame. Uh, I do feel like the twin flame phenomenon is real. Okay. To me, I like to call it a divine counterpart. People people have a tendency to romanticize it. Okay, because of what's about, right? I feel like a lot of people romanticize about it because this is what they want and this is what they're looking for, the intensity, the depth of the connection here, right? But what people don't understand is that because people romanticize about this, people accept abuse because they think that this is part of the twin flame journey. And I don't want people to normalize abuse, right? So I don't like this term. I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is a divine counterpart. Okay. This is a fated connection here between you and your person. Let's see. Some of you guys may already have children with this individual. We have chaser here. Some here is running, some here is chasing. So what we have here is that I feel like there's a divine feminine energy here, basically, who wants to work on the connection, work on repair, work on growth, work on healing here, and some here is avoiding it. It's just an indication that's, if this person's running away, they just don't have the capacity and the depth to be able to kind of like make that happen, right? So it just seems like you and your person, are just not on the same level here. Oh, let me change the banner here. Hold on one sec. Thank you guys so much. So Libra. There we go. So we have false twin flame. Interesting. Another. And an obsession here. Some of you guys are realizing that this person's not your person here. The problem is, I feel like you guys maybe feel like, you know what? As a divine counterpart, if this person is divine, they will be able to meet me at my frequency, right? And I feel like in this situation, this person's not. I feel like if silence continues, if you guys are not interacting with each other here, I do feel like this person will continue to run. You may continue to chase. I don't feel like you're going to chase any longer because you're showing up as a divine feminine. This is like the Empress energy, and Empress does not chase, right? This person could be obsessing over you here. This person could be missing you, okay? They could be letting you know that they're missing you through telepathy here. They're very attached to you. They have a choice to make. They have a decision to make here, but I feel like this person's showing you a lot of mixed signals here and also a lot of ego. And over time, sitting in this divine feminine energy, over time, you're going to reject this person. You're going to go through a spiritual awakening. This person's going to end up facing their shadows here, but they're gonna be scared to face it here. I do feel like this person's a runner here. I do feel like this person has a hard time, kind of like facing their truth or facing themselves here. If anything, I feel like in this situation here, you may have kind of like you may have acted like a mother figure towards this individual. Obviously, in tarot, there's no genders here. Sometimes a masculine can take on that feminine role, So, you may have acted like a dad to this individual here. Let's see. Tell me more about Libra. What will happen if Libra stays silent? What will happen if Libra stays silent? We have the Five of Cups. Wow. Five of Cups and the Seven of Swords. Wow. I do feel like you're dealing with an avoidant here. Fearful, dismissive avoidant here. This person has a lot of shame, a lot of guilt regarding, the bad things that this person does, right? But I also feel like this person knows that the things that they do is bad, but they don't want to take accountability. They don't want to take responsibility for it. Here's the thing: when you don't take accountability, you don't take responsibility for the role and the role that you played in, a downfall here. You never really get an opportunity for repair because it just stays stuck because someone here is trying to avoid, right? So let's see. The Eight of Cups. You're going to end up walking away from the situation here. Yeah. You're going to end up walking away from the situation. And that, with the Two of Cups here, is that eventually you will eventually walk into your true divine counterpart or your soulmate here. Maybe you have set this into motion, that, hey, this is not what I'm looking for, but in the future, moving forward, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. And you kind of have those check marks of like, this is what you're going to tolerate. This is what you can't tolerate, that sort of thing. Queen of Pentacles here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and the Magician here. Yeah, you guys are out there manifesting your new soulmate. Some guys may have already started manifesting your soulmate while you were dealing with this craziness with this person here. Let's see. What else do we have for Libra? Hi, Liz. Justice, Libra energy. The Empress, there you are right there. Beautiful. Learning your lessons here. Glowing up. We have that Magician. We have the Empress here. So this is a master manifesting, master creator energy here. You're basically creating your own reality, the life that you want to bring in for yourself so that you can attract what you want here. Beautiful, Libra. Seven of Wands here. So we got some of you guys may have learned something about boundaries here too. Like I just feel like right now you guys are operating from a place of having really strong boundaries with people. Yeah, with the boundaries again. Yeah, just knowing your worth, realizing your strengths here, Libra. Seems like you guys are definitely stepping into your power. We have the Empress, we have divine feminine here. So this divine feminine energy is coming up two times. You guys are really sitting in this divine feminine energy in a very powerful way. The Ten of Wands and also the High Priestess here. So I do feel like right now, a lot of you guys are definitely releasing a lot of baggage that's no longer serving you here. Okay. Um, some of you guys could be going through kind of like an ego death here too. Maybe some of you guys could be letting go of the ego here, and that this is like elevating you guys. But there's a sense of learning a lot about yourself right now, and just really, truly trusting your own intuition here. Okay, so that does it for Libra. Moving on to Scorpio here. Do you guys like it when I do these lives? Oh, thank you so much, Candia Black Tina. That's a beautiful name. All right, I'm gonna put this up here. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for the donation. Maybe I'll try and do these once a month. Yeah. Because I did one last month. Because I don't really do lives that much. Because it kind of like, it scares me a little bit because, there's so much haters out there. I get energetically attacked by those haters. But it really depends. Like I said, it depends on my schedule. I thought that today maybe I don't do like the individual signs that I post like every day on YouTube, but I thought that I just come on here live and just kind of do it all in one shot. Yeah. So moving on to Scorpio here. 110. Let's do 25. Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio. Tell that Scorpio. The person that Scorpio is in no contact with. What will happen if Scorpio stayed in no contact with their person? What will happen? What will happen? What will happen if Scorpio stayed in no contact with their person? All right, Scorpio. We have wrong timing. It came out in the reverse. So the person that you're in no contact with, separated from, at some point when you guys were dealing with each other, it was the wrong time. I feel like maybe something has shifted here. Yeah, maybe something has shifted here, and maybe this is the perfect timing. Let's see. We have commitment in the reverse. Hmm. Summer is not really looking for commitment though. But then you have that wrong timing in the reverse. Let's see. We have obsession. Whoa! Gosh. Okay, so we have watching, we have divorce, we have runner. What's this one? Oh god. Okay, so we have unawakened. Okay, what's gonna happen is that I do believe that there is someone here that's obsessively watching you here. I do feel like they're hoping that if you're in another relationship with somebody else here, someone here is hoping that you are not taken. Okay. Um, but here's the interesting thing. Someone is obsessively watching you here. They feel like it may be the right time to come in to speak with you, but at the same time, this person is unawakened. They're still operating from a low vibration, a low conscious place here. Very soon, we have chaser. We have runner. Look, we have runner and then chaser. You and your person here has been in this cat and mouse game here for a while, I feel. Back and forth. I feel like, when you're separated from this person, this person's really curious about what's going on in your life. This is also very interesting here too. For those of you guys that are already committed somewhere else, and that you guys could be exploring someone on the side here, this person could be pulling their energies back here. I feel like the runner and chaser dynamic, they're hoping that if this continues, they hope that if you are in a romantic relationship with somebody else where your relationship is not going well, they're hoping that you will separate from them. Hmm. Hey, JJY26. We have twin flame. Like I said, I don't really like this term, but I'm just going to go with divine counterpart. And then within a few months, and then afraid. Mm. You guys do have a divine counterpart dynamic here. But I do feel like on someone's end here, someone here is really scared of going deep into this relationship or into this connection here. They may feel like it's the right time to come forward. But I feel like it's not the right time either. Thanks for the follow, Tessie. Tell me more about Scorpio. the Tower in the reverse. You feel like you can't build with this individual. There's a lack of foundation with somebody here. Yeah, with the Ace of Cups in the reverse here and the Four of Cups. And I feel like you may be dealing with someone here that doesn't really know how they really feel about you here. I feel like the cat and mouse game here over time, it may have completely turned somebody off. Like, someone here may not feel the same way about someone that they did before. Okay? So with the Tower in the reverse, with the Ace of Cups in the reverse, and we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Pentacles, and the Death card. Let's say, for example, here, like, if someone here is in another relationship and someone here is trying to kind of break up the relationship, I don't see this person letting the relationship go. Yeah, I don't see this person letting the relationship go. And then we have the Eight of Swords in the reverse. I feel like this is a situation, Scorpio, where I feel like you're trying to free yourself from the situation. Yeah, I feel like you're trying to free yourself from the situation. Temperance, King of Swords, Three of Swords. I feel like we have someone here that's trying to heal. Whoever you're chasing here, whoever you're running after, I feel like this person's heart space is blocked off. Hold on, let me change my banner here. Sorry, you guys. We're on Scorpio. There we go. The Nine of Swords. I don't think this person's ready for love. They may feel like they're ready. They may be very convincing. You know, they may be telling you everything that you want to hear and stuff like that, all the things that they want to do or that they're going to do. I don't feel like this person's really going to do it because they're afraid. Yeah. You're just feeling like the situation is very overwhelming. You may be feeling like the situation is just kind of like it's starting to become, or that it's starting to feel like a burden. It's starting to feel like a burden. So with the Ten of Wands and the Queen of Wands, okay? So that's for Scorpio. Moving on to Sagittarius. When I do the live readings, do you guys want me to simultaneously live stream on YouTube and also TikTok? Because typically, I think I forget how much I usually charge if I do the live readings on YouTube. I think I was charging like 25 for like one question. So maybe if I do a simultaneous live stream on the one question readings, maybe I could do it on TikTok the same way, but I'm only going to take Cash App. Yeah. Yeah, I'm only going to take Cash App. So maybe I'll do both at the same time and see how that goes. And I'll do like, I'll take Cash App. I don't know how, I don't know how I would do the Q thing though, because it would be mashed in together, but I don't know. I'll figure it out. So just keep in mind, you guys, when I do live readings, they're not like the in-depth personal readings that I do on Zoom and also pre-record. They're just like really quick 411 messages regarding our situation, okay? So if you guys are looking for like a reading that's more in-depth regarding your situation, I suggest to book a personal reading. Basically, what you could expect in personal readings, use multiple decks. I'm using clarifiers. I'm using oracle decks. I'm using multiple oracle decks. I'm using multiple tarot decks. Okay. So, yeah, if you guys want like kind of like a better experience where it's kind of more private, where you're not sharing all your stuff with other people, I suggest a private personal reading. Okay. So, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is 11935. All right. Tell me Sagittarius here. The person that Sagittarius is no contact with. What will happen if Sagittarius stays silent from the person that they are in no contact with? Something slip over? Memories. Somewhere here is having nostalgia about you. Or that you could be having nostalgia about this person. We have misunderstanding. We have 3D world in the reverse. We have lies. We have fifth dimension. So 3D world, you guys are not seeing each other. You guys are not texting each other, calling each other here. I do feel like a lot of the action right now is happening in the 5D. You know, you could be talking to your person, resolving things with your person here, but you're still not trusting your person though. You feel like this person's lying to you. You feel like this person's deceiving you here. The person that you're dealing with here that is lying to you, they think that it's a misunderstanding or something like that. We have watching. So we have someone who's watching you. Yeah, we have someone who's watching you. Okay. So we have memories, we have misunderstanding, we have 3D world in the reverse lies, fifth dimension, and also we have what the hell is this? Watching. I forgot. I forgot. Okay, let's see. What else do you have here for Sag? Thanks for the follow, Kai. Miracles. Does something flip over? No. Mirror. Rejection. Why? Okay, that's a lot. Hold on one sec. That is a lot. That's too many. Hold on one sec. Let me do that again. All right. Spiritual awakening. We also have shadow work. And then we have past life and letting go. Okay. So I feel like this is your soul more your energy here, where I feel like you feel like what you're going through right now with your person here is a huge blessing. You feel like rejecting this person here is showing you a perspective that you may not have seen or understood until now. Okay. I do feel like you're starting to see the bigger picture here, where I feel like, this person may have been placed in your life here to teach you a huge lesson so that you could elevate yourself, raise yourself here, okay? I do feel like this is a past life connection here. You're rejecting this person here. You're going through a spiritual awakening. You're working yourself here, and that you're letting this situation go. Yeah, even though you may be missing this person a lot, or that this person could be missing you a lot here. There's a sense of rejecting this and letting this go here, okay? And setting forth a better path for yourself. Um, Sag. Let's see. Tell me more. What will happen if Sagittarius stayed silent? What will happen if Sagittarius stayed silent? Sagittarius. Tower. We have the King of Swords and the King of Wands in the reverse. There's a masculine here that's going to go through an ego death. They don't want to. They can't stop it from happening, but it's going to happen. You got the King of Swords in the reverse. You have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Somewhere is dropping their ego. Somewhere is releasing their ego here. King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, the Tower, Aries, Scorpio energy. The Four of Cups. Well, I feel like whoever this is, this person's looking back at their life, like what could have been, what might have been. Um, I feel like this person talks a lot about how they could kill it in life, do all these things, make these things happen, but I feel like this person doesn't really do it, It's all talk. Kind of like a bit of a lazy energy here. If anything, I feel like, when it comes to this person talking about their dreams and stuff like that, talking about what they want to do, more so I feel like this person talks about it in a way where I feel like they want someone to do it for them. I feel like they want to ride someone's butt to get to where they need to be instead of working on their own here to get to where they need to be, right? Hey, Monica, how are you? Hi, Nancy Pants, how are you? We have the Fool and the Six of Pentacles. So, Sagittarius, what's happening here is I feel like right now you're giving your attention and energy towards your new path, towards your new beginning here. Okay. So I see you guys moving on from this and basically letting this go. Let's see. More for Sag, Nine of Cups, Knight of Wands, Aries. I see you guys basically chasing your happiness here, walking away from someone here and chasing your happiness. Now, whoever this person here that's going through this ego death, I don't know. I feel like this person may self-soothe themselves. This person may run away or something like that. This person may not want to face it, but you could run all you want. It always catches up to you at some point. The Queen of Pentacles, Five of Swords, and also with the Four of Swords here. I feel like you're in this energy of putting yourself first right now. You're in this energy of kind of staying grounded, staying rooted at this time here, and just really focus on your healing and recovery, Sag. Okay, so the Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Swords here, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so that does it for Sag. All right, moving on to Capricorn. So we have a few more to do. So we have Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and the collective. Okay, okie dokie. So Capricorn. You're welcome, Lala. So you guys, like I said, I'm gonna go on live later and simultaneously do live mini readings, okay? So I'm gonna take Cash App for TikTok, and also I'm gonna take Cash App only for YouTube. It just kind of helps me streamline the bookkeeping work in a much easier way. That's all. Okay. So Capricorn. Capricorn is 12720. All right. HY Chong, hi. So tell me about Capricorn. What will happen if Capricorn stays silent during no contact? What will happen if Capricorn stays silent during no contact? Misunderstanding? Oh gosh, we have Journey. We have Karmic Relationship. Wow. We have Fated Connection in the reverse. Regarding the person that you're 3D world in the reverse, I mean, obviously there's separation here. And then we have Twin Flame. So, what I feel like during the separation here or during no contact, I feel like someone here is seeing the situation. They're seeing the situation wrong. I feel like they misunderstood the signs. They misunderstood the connection. They misunderstood the bonds. Um, like I feel like there's someone here that's basically realizing that, hey, this is not what a relationship should look like. It shouldn't be intense. It shouldn't be a roller coaster ride like this, right? Um, some of you guys could be coming to a realization that you met this person to learn some sort of major lesson surrounding romantic relationships here, and that you guys could be looking within yourself, trying to ask the right questions on what you need to do and what you need to work on to gain that healthy relationship that you're looking for, right? So we have misunderstanding. Journey, karmic relationship, fated connection in the reverse, 3D worlds in the reverse, and twin flame. Okay. Oh, hey, Gil. Let's see. We have fifth dimension. Wow. We have triggered. So I feel like this connection between you and your person here, I feel like you triggered the crap out of each other here. Yeah. I just feel like it's just because there's just a lot of unhealed wounds that you guys may not have worked on, that you guys were mirroring back at each other. Basically, that's what relationship does, right? The relationship that we're in, the other person, vice versa, is mirroring back at you what you need to work on and what you need to heal. And I feel like this karmic relationship basically did exactly what it was supposed to do. Okay. And I feel like you're trying to learn. I feel like you're trying to grow from it here, Capricorn. We have cycles. Seems like you're trying to break your own karmic cycles here. The way that you attract people. Yeah. So cycles and pain, two more. And then we have starting over. And then jealousy. Whoa. So we have someone here that basically sees that you're starting over again, maybe in a new relationship. Maybe you've gone through this whole process of, learning from this past karmic relationship and that you're jumping into a new relationship and it's making someone here very jealous. Okay. So if there's no contact here, if you're staying silent here, I do feel like the silence will will continue here and that you guys are going to move towards something new. Okay. Yeah, it seems like you guys are rejecting this individual. Someone here is feeling rejected at this time here. What else do we have here for for Capricorn? What else do we have for Capricorn? Tell me more about Capricorn. Oh, it's because I'm not wearing a mic. Yeah, I'm not wearing a mic. I'm sorry. Wink face? Yeah, I'm not wearing a mic. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Lovers. We have the Empress. I feel like since no contact has happened here, some of you guys have really realized your worth, and I feel like you guys realize that you do deserve better here. With the Knight of Cups and the Lovers card, I do feel like this karmic partner that you were dealing with here, they could be coming back around to reconnect with you. Okay. Yeah, they could be coming back to reconnect with you. Could be as Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Empress, Libra, Taurus, the King of Swords, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And then we have the Justice card in the reverse. Interesting. Whoever's coming back to communicate with here with you, this person has not learned their lessons yet. They have not grown from their experiences. So just so you know, if you're wondering if this person has changed, if this person has learned, no, this person has not. And I also see that, with the Justice card in the reverse, if you're expecting this person to take any sort of accountability, responsibility for the downfall of the relationship, for on their end, on their part here, I don't feel like this person's gonna do that. If anything, I feel like with the King of Swords here, this person may double down on what they did. Okay, and then we have the Ten of Wands. I feel like they're taking out the trash here. Yeah, I feel like you're taking a trash. I feel like emotionally you may not be investing into a past relationship anymore, and that you guys could be focusing on the new here. Okay, focusing on something that it's more in alignment with who you are, someone who's more mature. We have the Seven of Swords. We also have the Nine of Wands. You don't trust this person. You're really guarded around this individual here. The Hierophant, yeah. I just feel like whoever this is, this person that's coming back around with the Hierophant in the reverse, all the pain, all the hurt that this person has caused you, all the lies that this person has said, I don't feel like with the Hierophant in the reverse that this person's going to do the right thing. Okay? Yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles here, you're just better off alone. You're doing better alone right now. You're doing better than you expected without this person. Okay. So, I just feel like you're just better off alone. Yeah, your money's looking good here. Your body might be looking good. You guys might be working out. You guys may be changing your lifestyle, maybe changing your looks here. Let's see. And then we have the Four of Wands. A lot of you guys are focusing on your own stability. A lot of you guys are focusing on your own happiness and your own joy right now, and not just worried about this person. Okay? So that does it for Capricorn. Moving on to Aquarius. Almost towards the end, you guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you guys and being patient with me. Okay. So, Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Aquarius is at 135. Let's do 30. Okay. So, Aquarius, what messages do we have for Aquarius regarding the person that they are in contact with? What will happen if Aquarius stayed silent? What will happen if Aquarius stayed silent? Oh, Amira, I'm going to text you when I'm done. Tell me about Aquarius. What will happen if Aquarius stays silent regarding the person that they are in no contact with? Okay. So, we got false twin flame. We have divine feminine. We have message. We also have self-worth. You guys are focusing on your self-worth here. I feel like you guys are facing your shadow here. You guys may be afraid to face it at this time here, but I feel like you guys are doing the right thing by doing your own shadow work here, working out your triggers here, and just dealing with the fallout of no communication separation here. Some of you guys may be thinking about messaging this person here, but due to your own self-worth here, some of you guys may pull back here and not message this individual. Shadow work, we have afraid. Okay, some of you could be stuck watching. You may be stuck watching this person here. Some of you guys is hoping for a miracle that something shifts or something like that, or something changes. But I also feel like some of you guys may not be in this energy of like holding your breath for this individual to change. Yeah, to do better here, to break their patterns when it comes to this relationship. So we have watching. Oh, I haven't shown these yet. Hold on one sec. Oh, thanks for the hand part, Ashley. Hold on one sec. So we have false twin flame, divine feminine, message, self-worth, shadow work, and afraid. And then we have watching, ascending, stuck, miracles, mixed messages, and also one-sided. The obsessive watching, the excessive stalking, feeling stuck, thinking about this person here, hoping that there's a miracle that's going to happen here. I feel like you guys are trying to unstuck yourself here. I do feel like within a few months here, if you guys are consistent about doing this work here, I do feel like you guys will break free from this. So just be patient with yourself here, okay? Um, if you have that weak moment and you message that person, don't be hard on yourself, okay? Sometimes in certain situations, even I've been guilty of this. We go back over and over and over and over again until we finally truly learn the lesson here to cut things off that are no longer serving a purpose in our life, right? So let's see, Aquarius. Hi, Victoria. Hi, Carla. You're welcome, Andrea. Okay, so tell me more about Aquarius. What will happen if they stay silent? Judgment, Two of Pentacles. Okay. Queen of Swords. We have the Three of Swords. Okay, so with the Queen of Swords, Three of Swords came out in the reverse. I feel like what's happening here is that you guys are really opening yourself up to change, basically. And as you guys are opening yourself up to change, I feel like it's healing your heart here. Okay. Some of you guys' heart chakra has been blocked for a very long time, Aquarius. Yeah. And I feel like you guys are facing your shadow here to do the work so that you unblock this heart space so that you could invite new love to come into your life. Invite new love, invite safe love here, invite real love. Okay. Let's see. We have the Two of Cups, and then we have the Six of Cups. Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. There is someone here that's missing you a lot, though. You could be telepathically feeling this from this individual. Some of you guys need to cut cords from the past here. Yeah. I mean, this person could also be obsessively watching you, looking at you, you know, trying to go back and forth whether they should send a message here. I don't see this person sending a message. I see this person just being very kind of like back and forth about it and stuck in their head about it here instead of doing anything about it. Yeah. So let's see. Four of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Oh, we have the um Five of Pentacles. What is this? The Seven of Cups, Worlds, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, I feel like the illusions, the confusions that you've been stuck in here. I just feel like you're moving away from this. You're closing out this tough chapter here, Aquarius. Okay? Beautiful. All right, so Aquarius, hope that was helpful. Now we're moving on to Pisces. All right, Pisces here. Hold on one sec. Wait. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. Let me take a sip of my chai latte. Okay, hold on one sec. So you guys, just a reminder, I'm coming back on here live later to do one question readings for $25. I'm only taking Cash App. Just keep in mind that these are quick, short messages. They're not like the personal readings that I do on Zoom. If you guys are looking for in-depth personal, private personal reading, book a personal reading with me, okay? If you guys don't want to air your dirty laundry out in public. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do this around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will come on TikTok. I will only take Cash App, you guys, on TikTok, okay? And also for YouTube. I will post it up in the comments or something like that, or like, yeah, it's just easy for me to track, easier for me to follow. So yeah, you're welcome, Simone. Oh, thanks, Shannon. I did Taurus a long time ago, dude. Uh, Taurus was like more than an hour ago. Yeah. So I will post the timestamps after I get off here, but if you could, I think you could go back yourself. Taurus is at 16:18. Yeah, Taurus is at 16:18. And we're at like 1 hour and 43 already. Okay, so let's do Pisces here. And then we'll finish off with the collective reading. Pisces. What the hell? I cannot write. 45. All right. I want Pisces. What will happen if Pisces stayed silent? What will happen if Pisces stays silent? What will happen if Pisces stays silent? Pisces. Sorry, I'm just looking at the dog. I'm watching a friend's dog for a few days. All right, Pisces. What is this? Love at first sight, self worth, Shadow work. Free will. Unawakened. Growth. Distance. Attachment. Unconditional. Chaser. Within the year. And then we have toxic connection. Well, you know the energy that I get from this individual that you've been dealing with, or someone that you're obviously someone that you're separated from. I feel like this person feels like they could just do whatever they want. Yeah, they feel like they could do whatever they want. I feel like one of the things I'm getting here is I feel like this person never grew up in a home where there was structure, where there was discipline. Yeah. Um, and this is their normal, okay? It's just that this person was never really taught discipline, self-control, structure and stuff like that. I do feel like this person does go back to the day that you met them. But I feel like because of your own self-work and because you want to grow as a person, because you want to heal as a person here, some of you guys are have completely detached from this individual. The problem is I feel like this person is still very much attached to you. This person is still in love with you. I feel like this person wants you to chase them. Um, I don't feel like this person's coming back anytime soon. It's going to take this person some time here. I feel like this person may come back within a year. I feel like by the time that happens, with love at first sight here, you may have moved on to new love here. Yeah. I feel like one of the things I'm getting here with this individual, I do feel like they want to be free. They want to be free. Like they want to be who they are as a person, um, even if it ends up hurting you or stuff like that. This person's like, kind of like one of those energies, like, why can't you accept me for who I am? Why can't you love me for who I am? But there are conditions, right? Because, and what I mean by that is that, yeah, when we're dealing with someone, when we're in love with someone, we should love them for who they are, the good and the bad. But if the bad is hurting you, okay, if they're disrespecting you, if they're putting you down, if they're causing you to feel unsafe around them, right? That is when you kind of like, challenge whether this is right for you to stay or whether if it's for you to go. Because you shouldn't be taking any sort of disrespect and abuse from anybody, right? Because if this person wants you to just cram things down your throat and for you to just be okay with it, this is like, this is abuse, right? So, I feel like this is something that you don't really want to be a part of, or that this is something that you don't want to accept or take. And this person basically runs around life just expecting people to cram things down their throats. And and this person just wants you to be okay with it. Okay. I do feel like whoever this is, I do feel like this person has gotten away with this behavior all their life here because no one has ever stepped up to this individual and said, hey, don't do this. This is not right. You can't do that. There was a lack of discipline in this person's life, right? So we have distance attachment, unconditional chase, sir, within a year, and also toxic connection. What else do we have for Pisces? Tell me more about Pisces. More about Pisces. What will happen if Pisces stayed silent? I have an itch again. Sorry. So we have the Five of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, the Justice card, Strength, the Knight of Wands, and then we have the Four of Cups. I don't know who. Yeah, this individual here. I feel like this person's just a very rebellious teenager. This person may be 40 years old, 30 years old, 50 years old, and they feel like this person's like acting like a little child. It's kind of like a bit of a spoiled energy. If they don't get what they want, they may ghost you, they may ignore you, they may kind of like be all mopey and stuff like that. Realize you're completely wasting your time with this individual. You may be wanting resolution. You may be wanting repair, right? And they feel like this is an individual here that makes it harder. Yeah, this person makes it harder for you. Just very inconsistent energy, just very in and out energy that's showing up here with this individual. Let's see more about Pisces. Two of Pentacles, Star, Aquarius energy. Mm, Ten of Wands. I feel like you guys are trying to let this person go. I feel like for a very long time, I feel like you didn't know what to do with this. Maybe in this very moment, you still don't know what to do with this, but I feel like eventually you will drop this here. Yeah, eventually you will drop this. The King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have the Lovers here, Gemini energy, and also we have the Knight of Wands. We have someone here that's basically rushing in to save this relationship here. Oh no, there's a little nick here. Oh, hold on one sec. This is going to drive me crazy. Let me just pull this off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this person's definitely going to rush in to save this relationship. Very inconsistent energy because we have the two of the most inconsistent nights here. If this person does rush back in to try and communicate with you and try to talk to you here, you guys are blocking this person. Yeah, you guys are blocking this to protect your own happiness here, to protect your own energetic fields here. Okay. Yeah. I feel like the thoughts of you having forever with this person here has changed. Yeah, because all this has led is to heartbreak here, and that you rather just close the door on this here. Yeah, and love this person from afar with the Eight of Wands here and the Ace of Cup. Okay, so that does it for Pisces. Moving on to I think we're doing collective reading. Guys, if you guys are tuning in, I will come on live again later on YouTube and also TikTok where I'm doing live readings, live mini readings. I'm only taking Cash App. So just keep that in mind. I'm only taking Cash App, okay? So if you guys want to join in on that, that might be fun. I haven't done those in a very long time. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a short reading, it's $25 for a short mini reading, and I will only take Cash App, okay? So make sure you guys follow the rules. All right. Make sure you guys follow the rules because I always get someone, at least one person that does not follow the rules. And by far, TikTok is the worst. No one follows the rules on there because people have such short attention spans on there. It's kind of, they just miss it. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. So collective. So 152. Let's do 153.05. All right. Tell me about collective. What messages do we have for the collective? Tell me about what if the collective stays silent, what will happen? If the collective stays silent, what will happen? Make sure you guys follow, make sure you guys like, okay? Oh, miracles. Unconditional, free will. We have message. Wow, that's a lot. Collective. We have affair in the reverse. We have twin flame, divine counterpart, ascending. We have jealousy, lies. Wow. Silence. Somebody's about to break their silence here. Someone here basically wants to prove to someone here that someone here has changed. Someone here has broken their patterns. Okay? I don't think that's it. To be quite honest here, I don't feel like this person has done jack shit, basically. Yeah, because the cycles are repeating, you see? Yeah, cycles are repeating here. And then we have solitude. So what we have here is that collective. I feel like you'd rather be by yourself. I feel like you have showed this person unconditional love. I feel like you were hoping that a miracle will wake this person up, but I feel like it never happened. Yeah. Here's the thing. I feel like this person cheated on you here, but I feel like this person's denying it. Yeah, you may have some sort of proof. Even if you don't have proof, there's just a feeling here. Yeah, there's just a feeling here that this person was doing something behind your back here. And maybe you are someone here that wants to seek out the truth. You want this person to come clean. Don't hold your breath. Yeah, sometimes, in these situations, you may not get the truth that you want. And sometimes, a lot of times, when people sit in this vibration, a lot of times they will eventually just double down on it. Yeah, and just deflect and gaslight you here and make you make you feel bad or make you feel even worse than you already feel, okay, after the fallout of a separation here due to cheatings and lies and deception here, okay. So we have miracle, free will, message, affair in the reverse. We have twin flame. I'm doing questions later, Sana, but I'm only taking Cash App later. Yeah, I'm not taking the gifts because I'm doing it for YouTube and also for TikTok here. Okay. So I'm only taking Cash App as a form of payment. I'm charging $25 per reading. Okay. So I'm not taking PayPal, only Cash App. It just works better for my bookkeeping. Yeah, okay. So we have ascending, we have jealousy, we have lies, we have silence in the reverse cycle and solitude. Okay. So someone is about to break their silence here to communicate with you, but this person's telling a lot of lies. I do feel like this person's trying to make you feel jealous so that you could come back towards them, okay? So that you want them back. Tell me more about the collective. Tell me more about the collective. More about the collective. More about the collective. Well, Knight of Cups and the Fool, Aries energy. We have the Page of Wands, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. And also Ten of Pentacles. Collective, I feel like you're realizing that you can't build with someone who's immature, who's not on the same maturity level as you. It doesn't matter if you're already in a relationship with this person here. It doesn't matter what this if this person wants this. This person just does not have the maturity level and the capacity here to hold a relationship. This person's coming in with a lot of not very serious energy, love bombing energy here. Kind of like whatever, this person's showing you here with their feelings and with their actions here, it's fleeting with this person. Yeah, it's fleeting. Oh, Miss Leanne, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate that. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, Miss Leanne, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So with the Knight of Cups here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a full Aries energy, the Page of Wands, Aries, little Sag, the Tower, Aries, Scorpio, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. Let's pull some more here. Miss Leanne, it was good seeing you. Hopefully I'll see you later on the live, okay? So like I said, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? Bye. The Magician, Six of Swords, the Page of Cups, okay? The Eight of Cups, the Chariots, The Eight of Wands. Three of Swords on the bottom of the deck. All right. So we have the Magician here. We have the Six of Swords. We have the Page of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Chariot, and the Eight of Wands. I really feel like Summer is about to break their silence here. I feel like you kind of already expect this. I feel like you already know, but I just feel like this person's just offering a whole bunch of sweet nothings. This is a pattern with this individual. This is a pattern with this individual of offering a whole bunch of sweet nothings, basically. Okay? Yeah. So this person's communicating with you, reaching out to you. I don't really feel like it's going to go anywhere. Yeah. Unless you feel like you don't want to go anywhere with this person, you could just be with that person, just not going anywhere. you know? But yeah, that does it for the collective. Jill, I am going live later at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time where I'm taking one question readings for $25, only cash out payments. So, yeah, I'm doing that live simultaneously on YouTube and also TikTok. Okay, so if you are interested in that, um, I'll put up the rules later when I go on the live. And if you're wanting a more private, in-depth personal reading with me, check out the link tree in my bio. I do offer private personal readings. For those of you guys that don't want your dirty laundry aired out on a public forum, right? So that's really up to you. It's your call. How you want your reading to be, right? So um move top bar and show signs that have been done. I don't know how to do that, Haley. Can you teach me that? Hey, I'm like an old man here, so there's certain things I still don't know how to do it. I'm like 40 years old, and no, I'm 41 now. I forgot my age. Oh my gosh. Um, Technology is just changing so quickly and so rapidly. I just can't keep up. Yeah. I would say I'm pretty tech savvy, but it's just moving so quickly. I don't know. But all the signs are done. Aries, the Pisces, and also collective. And as soon as I sign off here, you guys, I will timestamp these. Um, and later at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am coming back live on here to do live one question readings for $25, okay? And I'm only taking Cash App as a form of payment. I'm gonna simultaneously live stream this on TikTok and also on YouTube, okay? So I think I'm gonna sign off here, you guys. All right. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the donations, you guys, people showing up for me. I really appreciate that too. And yeah, I'll be back later. Okay? All right. Bye, guys. Let me sign off TikTok. Let me sign off YouTube. Bye, guys.